just don't get it. They just don't get it that like they are so pretty that my beauty just doesn't shine next to them.
Did someone lace your weed, or did you forget we're back on another video? Okay, okay. So being the ugly friend, maybe it's a good thing. Maybe it has its perks. It has its perks. Okay, let's see what's up with it.
I literally do not care how attractive you are. Being the ugly friend sucks. I just watched a video of a young lady who was beautiful to me. She looked pretty. She was a pretty girl. And she was complaining about being the ugly friend. And that goes to show you, like I was saying in my last video about this topic and about me being the ugly friend in my friend group, that
For real?
it doesn't matter. It sucks. It's demoralizing. It beats you down. There's something about going out with your friends, going out, weekend after weekend, whatever. And whether that, and going out, pause, doesn't mean the clubs, like just even out to dinner. And you don't get approached and your friends are getting approached. It is like literally like, it's like a sign from the universe that you are ugly, and you start to feel ugly. During that time, I would legitimately complain to my friends and tell them, like, you guys are just so much better looking than me. Like, I don't know what's wrong
She's
with you.
pretty
Like,
though.
nobody wants to approach me. None of the guys are trying to talk to me. They just try to talk to all of my friends. And I would explain this to them, and they'll just be like, Miss Store, what are you talking about? Like, da 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 da. And they just don't get it. They just don't get it that, like, they are so pretty that my beauty just doesn't shine next to them.
I feel like her friends are just not trying to make her feel bad, and also her friends are probably like, "What? You're so pretty. This, that, and the third." But even though y'all think she's pretty, she's not getting the same experience as y'all. You feel me? So I can see why she feels this way. I don't know. Actually never been in this position before. And I can, like, the way she just described it, yeah, yeah. Every weekend, everybody's getting hit on or like catcalled or whatever. Like, hey, miss, and nobody's looking at you. Damn, it's like you a duff for real. It's like you a duff. That gotta be hard. I'm not even gonna hold you.
I'm an attractive woman, period. And anytime I come on social media talking about a topic regarding attraction, I always get a couple people that are like, you're not that attractive, you're not that pretty or that cute. You're not the right messenger for the topic. What people fail to realize is that attraction is deeper than just my looks. Attraction is deeper than just how somebody's face looks to you. You can have your opinion. Everybody doesn't have to think I'm beautiful. Nobody has to believe I'm attractive for me to be attractive. Attraction isn't just about bringing a man into my life or how many men find me pretty. It's more so about how easily can I manifest the things that I want and desire in my life. How easily can I garner attention just for being myself? Like, are people attracted to your aura, your light, your personality, what you do, what you don't do, what you say, how you speak, how you smell? Like, there's so much that goes into attraction
For
other
real.
than looks, that you can't just look at somebody and say, like, oh, you're not pretty, so you're not attractive. I don't like your face. I don't like how you look, so you must not be attractive. That's very low IQ of you to believe that attraction is really just, oh, I like her face or I don't like it.
I do feel like for some people, attraction is as simple as that. Like, oh, you look good. Simple as that. Some other people like, oh, I like your energy, or I like your smile, or I like your accent, I like how you talk, whatever it is. Yeah, some people have some a long list, but I do believe there's some people, oh, you look good, I'm attracted. Yeah, I think that's definitely how it works for certain people.
Now, that is a very interesting one, and I think I covered this topic in the past. And there's a lot to be said about what the first young lady said and the follow up from a different young lady. And if you notice something about this, these are both dark skinned women, or what would be considered
You see, I didn't even peep
dark
that.
skinned women,
I didn't even peep.
who
He right.
in this world, and it's not just the United States, it's all over the world, dark skinned women are typically looked at or viewed as being more masculine, not as attractive. The ones who men don't choose. You can either, Cat Williams said it a lot of times with in reference to black men athletes. There's usually like a package you get where you have to be with a light-skinned woman for the most part. And you can see a lot of times you'll have dark-skinned women hanging around light-skinned women and trying to either cock block. And I don't know that I've covered that before in terms of cock blocking or basically trying to keep her to herself. And I don't know. At the end of the day, you go home and women, this is a real thing about women value themselves as well based off of how many likes they get and especially how many dudes come up to them and talk to them. And if nobody comes up and talks to them, they take it personal. And instead,
Look, I'm really big on attention doesn't give you value. You know what I mean? Like you give yourself value, regardless. Like nobody could be hitting on you. You still the one. You know what I mean? But I can see it like as time goes on and you keep on repeatedly being put in a position you're getting no attention that everybody else is. I can see how like those thoughts can keep in your head like, damn, like, am I not like that for real? I can see it.
they don't take the time to go out and say, well, hey, let me approach this guy. Even though their friends are being approached, they should like, why should I have to do it? I'm going to say this, and I'm going to play a clip by Angie Stone where she gets into this, talking about, you know, how men at the end of the day will settle for a 5 or what's deemed a 5. If she's nice, her personality, because like I always say, personality trumps everything. Typically, almost always, a light-skinned woman or a woman who is deemed attractive typically has a bad attitude. She doesn't have a good personality. She is so into herself because really she never had to work on herself, right? And if I'm constantly being told I'm beautiful, people are constantly trying to talk to me, why would I want to work on these things? I don't need to work on anything because I'm getting what I want just by being this way. On the other hand, if you're not a person who gets approached, same thing with men. As far as getting selected, you have to work on the things you can, and you can never go wrong having a great personality, being a kind, good person.
Could never go wrong.
And that is
That's
so
solid
hard
advice.
to find in a woman, especially humility.
Solid advice.
And a woman who takes accountability. So that men will choose that over anything, right? I'm not saying you just have to let yourself go. But men will select you as a 5. If you're deemed the unattractive woman that never gets approached, try going out by yourself. That way, you don't have to be worrying about your friends, this, that, and the third. Go out by yourself. If you feel like there's competition and I end up going home at the end of the night with nobody wanting to talk to me, why would you do that to yourself? Who's telling you that you're ugly just because no one's approaching you? But hey, let's go ahead.
Yeah, that doesn't
play
mean
what
you're
Angie
ugly.
Stone
I have to agree with
had
that.
to say about this because she had a pretty interesting take.
It doesn't really mean
Let's go.
much.
I would say, most real guys are looking for someone that's a good friend first.
Oh, and another thing is like, you might just not be their type though. You feel me? Like for example, let's say that first girl, she's in a group of like all white girls. Like the guys approaching them probably only like white girls. You know what I mean? So you really just might not be their type. Like there's some people who might not really be my type. That doesn't mean you're not attractive. Or like there's some people who like they look good, but I'm not attracted to them. You know what I mean? So it's like you probably just not their type. You don't know what the attentions they even coming with anyways. Maybe they just want to smash. Like seriously. And they look the easiest. Like you just really don't know. Like I'm just trying to say.
I think I'm everybody's big sister. And after they're around me long enough, this is that Sagittarius thing kind of takes over and they get to know the inside of the person. And they start to look at, she's a beautiful sister. And I think that most of them are just in love with the idea of, you know what I mean, she's good people. So I think that most of the handsome guys that should be running after the Beyoncés of the world, a lot of them just don't want, when you get, those are side chicks for guys. When you're absolutely drop dead gorgeous, I had Spoonie G tell me one time, I don't want no girl that's too fine because my head will be hurting all the time. I'll be stressed out because these are the chicks that you know that everybody's after. So you will get no peace.
Man, she hit it on the head. I had to tell some young ladies that the other day. Oh, not the other day. This is probably about a couple months ago. And I was saying that the women who are too attractive, they get so much attention that it's almost like they have to be out there in the streets. They have to talk to multiple men. They become addicts at the end of the day. And you can't compete with the internet or all these other dudes who are constantly jabbing at her. Like, yo, 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 hey, give me the time of day, give me the time of day. And
I had a friend say that too. Like he rather date like a 6 or a 7 than a 9 or 10. Just for that exact reason, he just doesn't want to deal with it. Does not want to deal with it. All these people coming up, always having like somebody in their DM, like just all the constantly, like all the time, like hella comments, this, that, and the third, like. And you know what? That's pretty real. Like, I'm not even gonna hold you. That's real. You know, you tolerate what you want to. You do what you want to. At the end of the day, this is gonna be your life partner. If you know that's something you don't want to deal with, then you go settle for the 6 or 7.
after a while, she's just gonna be like, "You're not good enough," and this is what happens. And until you have knowledge of self and what real happiness is, and hey, if you want to call that happiness, constantly running through dudes and not settling down with one, I'm with her. Those are the ones you have fun with and you keep it moving, because you can't take a woman like that seriously for the most part. And it's sad to say, but most of you unattractive women who are deemed unattractive, that's just what it is. You typically end up with a woman that's going to treat you well. And that's better than anything. Not a woman that you're always worried about. And you just get you a regular woman who's going to treat you well, who's going to treat you like a king, who's going to treat you like Chris Brown. That's what you need to be looking out for. But I got another clip. I think
For real.
had covered this one in the past about this young lady talking about this. Let's get into it. Let's go.
Okay, what's
Y'all, I
poppin'?
just seen the weirdest video on TikTok, and this is why I say women, birds. So basically, this girl, she made a video. She was like, when you feel bad that it's girls' night out and you're the only friend that doesn't get hit on by any man, but you realize it's because guys are lusting after them. And it is a whole bunch of birds in the comments talking about yeah, exactly. Like, I used to feel bad and feel jealous that I wasn't getting hit on, but I realize it's because dudes, they lusting after them and they only just want one thing from them. Gee, y'all have a problem. You have a problem. And the fact that it's a whole bunch of females trying to make themselves feel better in the comments talking about exactly.
You know what? I literally just said that, right? I literally just said, you don't know what kind of intentions they come with anyway, so don't feel too bad. But honestly, yeah, that's something you kind of would tell yourself so you can feel better about not getting approached. Oh, you know what? That's human nature. That is human nature. We like to find reasonings to understand whatever situation we're in, and a reasoning that's going to satisfy us. And that reasoning would satisfy a female that's not getting approached a lot. I think if I was in a position like no dudes approach me, they always approach my friends, I could totally see me like saying something like that. Oh, they just want one thing anyway. So it's just like, it's not a big deal, so I could feel better about myself. You see how that works? Now I'm not even tripping about it no more.
Exactly that. Like, the fact that you feel jealous or feel some kind of way because a man not hitting on you when you go out and your friends getting hit on, that means you're insecure. If you had internal validation, you wouldn't even be peeping stuff like that. You wouldn't even be caring about stuff like that because you know that you that. And it's like women put themselves in competition in a sense, because you basically trying to make it seem like, oh, the dudes, they just want to F them. First of all, when a man approaches a woman, he don't know you, so how he gonna like you? He's attracted to you. And 9 times out of 10, 99.9% of the time, when you have a man on your line, like you got hundreds of dudes in your DMs trying to get on that, they want to crack. That's most of the time. Like, so you think that if one dude hit on you that night, that means he wanted to take you serious. Y'all are slow. Very slow. Seek help. This is why I say it's a scary world. It's a scary world because you got women that think like this, and there's so many of them, G. Stay safe, ladies.
Yeah. At the end of the day, men are approaching women because they're attracted to them, right? A lot of times. unless you're working with this person or you guys been hanging around and he knows your personality, knows who you are for the day. But most of the time, you really don't get to see that from women. But hey, being ugly may be a good thing because it'll force you to work on other things, which will work out in your favor. A lot of women be getting upset. How could he choose her over me? And how come all these ugly women getting wifed up and I'm not? That's why. That's why. So, ladies, if you think you're ugly or somebody, your friends, you feel ugly in comparison to your friends, look at it like that. That's all it is at the end of the day. That's what you need to be aware of. Look at it like that and you'll be fine. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Comment below. Like, share.
Yeah, same here. Make sure y'all subscribe too, though. Let me see what y'all think. Y'all think, is it valid for them to feel like that? Let me know. Have you been in a situation like that? If you're a female, even if you're a guy, like all your male friends getting, like, you see females looking at them, they're not looking at you. Like, what's your experience with that? You feel me? Anyways, make sure comment, subscribe, like, and I'll catch y'all next time.